Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Bramble Fox. I am mostly using the Fox box for July with the Happy Travels title, but I'm also using this little camera from this set as well and the stencil as well from the July Fox box. So I am using the Crafty Things collection. I say I've used the stencil, which I have. You can clearly see me doing it here. However, I don't believe any of those plus signs are visible on my finished layout. Tends to be the way, doesn't it? But anyway, it looks lovely. It looks lovely. Look at that. It looks fab. So anyway, I'm using the Crafty Things collection by Simple Stories, which is brand new. I'm not sure. I think it probably made it to the shops by now. So yeah, I'm recording this a few weeks in advance of it going live. So yeah, it should be out now, I should think, by the time this goes live. It's a really cool collection. I love it. I love the colours. The reason I'm using a crafting collection to scrapbook a travel photo is because we were travelling, me, Wendy and Kiri were travelling to Luxembourg to see the fabulous Lisa Fonseca and also Shara Crane as well and do some classes with them. So it was a really amazing weekend. So that's why I'm using the Crafty Things collection. So as you can see, I have done this area of stenciling at the top there. I also went over it with the pink ink again. So the plus signs showed up, but there was a pale pink hue behind it, I guess. And then I fussy cut out a load of these embroidery hoops from one of the Crafty Things papers. I thought I would arrange those all along the top and then have my photo coming from under there and my title too. So you can see how it's all arranged. Then I thought I would add some rub-ons underneath the photo. So I've added that fabulous stripy rub-on there from the Crafty Things collection, and then adding some flowers up in the top area as well, so underneath those embroidery hoops. I love the Simple Stories rub-ons. They come off really well, yeah, they're just lovely to use and so pretty. Really lovely designs. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to add a few more. So I think I've got another flower to add on the other side. And then I'm going to add the paintbrush, or I think I might do that now, the paintbrush to the right-hand side of the photo as well. So I love with the rub-ons, you can layer them on top of each other as well. That paintbrush has flowers coming out of the end instead of bristles and paint. So how awesome is that? So just adding those in. And then everything else is fairly simple and straightforward, really. This is a very simple layout for me. I'm trying to channel my inner minimalism, which is tricky because I've spent years trying to use as much on a layout as possible. But I'm just feeling recently that my layouts are a bit over cluttered, not very serene, and a bit, crazy. And I just thought I was going to have a go at stripping it back a little bit for a while and see if I like that. And if not, I'll go back to using all the things. But yeah, right now I've just thought I would try and strip it back a little bit, a bit more white, and a bit more balance in my layouts instead of the kind of craziness that I feel like I've done a lot recently. So I've got this basically one big cluster on this layout, you can see that the perspectives that I've got in place. I've got the Happy Travels title, which, by the way, the arrow is pointing at our flight screen, which has our flight details on it. So I just really liked the idea of that arrow pointing to that detail in the photo, because that's what that photo was for, really. Yeah, we were on our way. And you can see that I've got the little camera above the Happy Travels. That's the wooden camera from the Fox box. And then I have got the turquoise camera from one of the summer sets, nestled into the top of the circles there as well. So just adding a few more rub-ons, hearts on either side. I told you that there's another flower on the left side of the cluster, and then a little beach bubble at the top. I've also added in some decorative brad, so just more circles effectively. And now I thought I'd come in with a few gems. So I've got purple and pink ones. They're quite old now. They're from Pink Fresh Studio. I've had them in my drawer for years, and every so often I get them out and use loads, and then I put them away again, forget about them for another 2 years. But today I thought I would use them. I use them on another layout, which is why I thought I'd use them on this one too. I just wanted to add some little sparkly bits really to the big cluster, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, just sticking those down with a little bit of glossy accents. And getting those in place there. So yeah, as normal, I like to have lots of different textures on my layout. So I feel like I've achieved that with the different paper layers, the perspective title and other pieces, and the wood as well. Then we've also got the rub-ons and the decorative brads and the gems as well. So I went for gems instead of enamel dots this time. Just felt that was what was needed. Wanted a bit of sparkle. So just adding in my journaling underneath my photo there. Very annoyingly, I spelt Shara Crane's name wrong, but I'm not sure there's much I can do about it now. I'm just going to have to leave it in. I just had a bit of a mind blank moment and just spelt it wrong. I was like, oh God. But, these things happen, so I might just leave it as it is rather than make a mess of it by trying to cross it out or put something over the top. Sometimes I can change journaling with various different ways of doing it, but other times it's just not worth it. So I'm just leave it, and I think this is one of those occasions. Okay, so there you go. That is my finished layout. I actually love how it turned out. I'm really happy with all the details on there and the composition of it, and I'm quite liking the slightly more minimal look. Yeah, okay, so that's me. I hope you enjoyed that layout. Thank you very, very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Bramble Fox.